Hello and welcome to the Talking Voice episode 5. I'm your host, the Heavy Hero. That was my excuse for something that would be like fireworks, but I don't have access to. I could have gotten some party poppers, but that would require planning, which is not part of what I do. Well, anyways, let's get to the topic, shall we? Today we'll be discussing things such as number 1 in ridiculousness, the Venture Brothers, koalas versus sloth, and finally, how annoying sheep are. Let's begin, shall we? Number 1 was number 1 in ridiculousness. I was watching a commercial recently which inspired this whole idea. And in the commercial, they mentioned that their corporation or company or whatever they were was the number 1 in something specific. And they were number 1 because they narrowed down the idea so much. It's like, we're the number 1 package delivery service of Care Bear items only in the 1 mile radius of your neighborhood. And I can't argue with them because I doubt that there's anybody else with those kind of ideas in that neighborhood. It would be like me saying, I'm the number 1 basement dweller right now at this very moment in this room sitting on the couch. And no one can argue that with me because I'm the only one sitting on this couch. Haha, I win, I'm number 1. And it's all done in competition to make yourself seem better than the other guys, which is fine, but I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to fall for it when you're just sort of being so, not even being sneaky about it. It's obvious. You're obviously telling people that you're the best at something because you've narrowed down the idea so much. But, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Also, so, a while back, I had the idea, and I actually looked it up online, of who would win in the fight between a koala and a sloth. And I've been asking around and getting all kinds of different answers. It seems almost evenly split. I'm not sure. I haven't done a wide enough base of research to make any kind of grand assumption. But, I mean, if there's a whole forum where they're discussing it, it's got to be something. And I feel personally that sloths would win because I looked it up. They're both terribly lazy creatures that have about 5 hours of active time in their entire day. The rest of their time is spent sleeping. I mean, I don't know if there'd ever be a situation where they would fight each other for any reason, but the sloth just has those giant talons that can just tear away. And I mean, koalas are quick when they need to be. And I mean, sloths have the negative look of saying that they're super slow. But I'm sure in a pinch, they could totally move quick enough to do some damage. I mean, both of them would probably get tired and fall asleep before they even did anything to each other. But, I mean, it's just the idea would be kind of interesting. And a lot of people want to say koalas would win because they're feisty little creatures. But, I mean, I'm telling you, that's those giant claws. It's got to do some damage. But it's really caused some division amongst some groups of people as to who would win. I mean, my vote still with sloth. Ever with sloth. I am a sloth character. The slow and heavy hitters, I mean, sure, you got the people who could play as like the quick guys, but man, swinging the +2 battle axe that'll just destroy in one hit, totally worth it in my opinion. So, that's my take on that. So, I also have a question to ask the viewer base of this. If you have any ideas like that you'd like for me to look up by typing it into Google and put some thought on, please post comments of such on either the Facebook page of this, which is mine, and or the YouTube page. That'd be great. I would love to argue these things with people. I like arguing. It's a fun thing for me to do. Moving on. I am super pumped because the new season of Venture Brothers is starting up on the 19th of May this year, which is 2013, so that when years go past and I look back on these and realize my folly in doing something like this, I can be like, ha, I have recorded date, that's when that happened. Haha. But anyways, yes, so Venture Brothers, one of my favorite shows, one of my all-time favorite shows. Great characters. It's got witty, dark humor elements all over it. It's just funny to me. It's got that blend of violence and humor that gets me right here in the chest area, not the heart. It has nothing to do with that, but the lungs and rib cage are really where the emotions are kept. I have a hard time keeping a straight face on that one. But the new season's starting, and I'm really pumped because they did a Halloween special not too long ago that was really good and left promise for, you know, what's to come. I just hope they don't split it up like they did last season, where they made it into 2 half seasons and you had to wait even longer. After waiting like the 2 years for the new season, then they split it up. They tear it in half so that you have to wait yet like another 6 months before you finish it off. It was maddening. But Venture Brothers, I will forgive you if it's good, and I'm sure it will be. Like, from the previews, I think it's going to be fantastic. Yep. So, finally, we'll come to the topic of how annoying sheep are. I've recently seen a couple videos, I'm not sure why they came up, but of sheep, and they make terrible, terrible sounds. Some of them are like the normal, like, blah sort of thing, but other ones are like a screech, an unholy, almost human-esque screech, and it's terrifying. I'm going to replicate one, so if you want to turn the volume down at this point, now's your chance. Ready? I'll give you a second. You can turn the volume back up now. My voice hurts, and that was the best impression of screaming sheep I can do. You can look it up. They're terrifying little creatures. Not even that little. They're kind of big. I don't know what the normal size of a sheep is. I really don't. I have a hard time saying it's a normal sized creature because I don't know what the normal actual size of what is all considered creatures. Because I don't know if that would consider also mythical things or not. But that's neither here nor there. Sad to say, I have no food for this segment because I couldn't think of anything either disgusting and I couldn't get the stuff together for something delicious. So you'll have to wait till next week when I do something awesome. Super awesome. So thank you for joining me on The Talking Voice. I hope it was enjoyable for you as it was for me. This took a lot of takes. I don't know why this one was so hard, but thank you. See you next week.